Okay, good morning everyone, and thanks for making it to another Wednesday class. Okay, so things are changing. We've noticed a bit of a change in what's happening with our clients the last week. So I've got another question to ask you today, and we're going to build on some of the themes that we've been doing the last few weeks. So if you just want to say hi in the chat and tell us where you're from. And I'm going to ask you a question in a minute about your sleep quality, because we noticed that some of our clients are having a bit of a problem with sleep. And in Chinese medicine terms, that's to do with the quality of your yin. So we're going to ask you a question in a bit about that. But before we do that, let's just see what your general stress level is like. And just see how you're coping generally at the moment as things change. So let's just get some feedback on that. Poll, do you think you're coping well? You're okay, neutral, stressed, or very stressed? Okay, so there we are. Look, we can see that there's a bit of a move towards people feeling a little bit stressed, which is not surprising. We want to make sure that we can help you as much, or help us as much as possible, to live life as well as we can by using the secrets of Shiatsu and Chinese medicine. So I'm going to ask you a question now about your sleep quality, because sleep quality is a very good indication of how your yin is. So I'm going to share that now. And I just want to ask you, is your sleep quality excellent, good, neutral, not sure, poor, or very poor? Okay, and we'll just see what kind of feedback we get from that. And we can work from there. Okay, so look what we've got. We've got about half of you are neutral. You don't really think it's that good. Okay, and in fact, we've only got 18% of you in total mark their sleep quality as good or above. So that's an indication that our yin needs to be worked. There's various ways we can do that. But first of all, we need to check out our burners, because each of the burners has an effect on the yin in the body. And we're going to investigate that this week. And we're going to see if we can just get a bit more quality sleep, which will give us more energy during the day. But also that increase in yin will just give us the feeling of stability and calm that we need in order to enjoy life as much as possible and to be in the moment. Okay. It's very much linked with the nervous system as well. So we'll check out which zone you think you're in a moment. But before we do that, let's get a piece of paper, draw our three boxes like this, and let's tune in and see what's happening in our three burners. Okay, are you ready? Okay, so let's start off with the lower burner. And just to remind you, that area of the lower burner is around the top of the pubic bone, below the navel, and all the way around into the sacrum. It's this whole space here. Okay, so let's just tune into that. I'm just going to close our eyes for a second. I'm going to do it with you. Bring our mind's eye down into the lower burner. Okay, and you ask yourself a question. What is it like? Okay. A sense of that lower burner. And if you had to draw a picture, what would it be like? We're going to get our paper out and we're going to draw a picture of our lower burner there. Or you can write words or whatever you want to do. Okay, good. Right, there we go. Excellent. Okay, so now we're going to move up to the middle burner and see what that's like this week. So we're going to close our eyes. The middle burner, just to remind you, is below the ribs, around the below the diaphragm at the base of the ribs, and it goes all the way around here above the navel. This whole section here. Okay, so we're just going to close our eyes, tune into that area. Okay. Now what's that like, and what would it look like if you drew it? Very good. Okay, so we're going to draw the middle burner. It's interesting, isn't it, to see how it changes from week to week. Okay, so now we've got the upper burner. We're going to close our eyes. Okay, and now we're focusing in above the diaphragm into the whole area of the lungs and the heart. Okay, what's that like? And what would it be like if you had to draw it? Okay, so let's do that now, drawing the upper burner. Okay. So now if you look at your picture and you think back to your experience of just scanning the 3 burners, which one would you like to work on the most today? And we can focus the session based on the popularity. Let's see, which burner would you like to work on today? Let's get that poll. It's been very interesting. We've been shifting around quite a bit. We went through a phase of the upper burner being the most popular, and then last week it switched strongly back to the middle burner. And if my prediction is right, I think we're going to have a bit of a swing for the upper burner again, and that's what's happening. But the middle burner is still by far the most popular at 50%, followed by the upper and then the lower. Okay, so what we can do is we can use that information just to tweak the exercises, but don't worry if you've voted for the lower and the upper, we'll definitely be covering those as well. Okay, so just one final thing. If you remember this slide here, we like to find out which zone you're in. And if you remember, we've got 3 main zones with the nervous system. We've got the social engagement. This is what we're aiming for, where we feel in the present. We've got the capacity for joy, curiosity, and mindfulness. That's when we're regulating our nervous system within a kind of zone where we can basically operate without too much stress. Now, as soon as we start getting stressed, we go into the sympathetic nervous system. That's the red zone. And that's a useful zone to be in if you want to get things done. It can be used creatively as well, but it's also the fight and flight area. So that can cause worry, concern, frustration, and irritation. They're the emotions that can go with it if we stay in that zone for too long. Okay, and then finally, if we go into the blue zone, that's when everything shuts down. It's a natural defense against stress. It goes back to when evolutionary, when we were mammals and being hunted on the savannah. And that's the one we want to try and avoid, because that gives you a feeling of helplessness and kind of depression and numbness. Okay, so let's just see which zone you think you're in today, and that will link directly again with any sleep issues you might be having, and particularly will link it with the yin of your body. Okay, so which zone do you think you're in now? Anyone safely in the green zone? Great, some people. Anyone really in that red zone, really in the blue zone? Quite often it'll be a mixture though between mainly the green and red and mainly the blue. Okay. Okay, so look, you can see we've got an increase in people in some of you going into that blue zone. There's quite a big increase from the last couple of weeks, and that's kind of concerning. We want to make sure that we can get you down into that red zone and deactivate you down, so at least you can get a sense of touching that green zone. Okay, now if you're finding that you're not sleeping very well, what that is in nervous system terms is hypervigilance, is part of a hypervigilant thing. So in other words, your body's kind of alert for a danger. Okay, and that's kind of an over yang state. And we can balance that out in 2 main ways. One is to release the yang or calm the yang down. And the other way that we can do it is to increase or tonify the yin. Okay. And I've got some specific breathing exercises I'd like to share with you today. Our mission today together is to get that yin stronger, and to in terms of the burners, we want to make sure that that middle burner is nice and released. Okay, now the middle burner is often related to the red zone because it's to do with the nervous system activation. So we want, at the end of this session, what we're looking for is we're looking for a calmness in our whole body. We're looking for a feeling of solidity and connection with the earth. And we're looking for a solid feeling in the lower burner, a very relaxed and open feeling here. And also a calm feeling in the upper burner, okay? So let's bear that in mind as we go through the next 55 minutes of exercises. Just see if we can get to that nice calm state, and then that will help us all get better quality sleep and give us more chance of being in the green zone. So fundamentals, let's just stand first of all, open up kidney 1, that's the point on the sole of our feet, remember? So we're going to open that up. Now try this as well, we're going to bring our attention into our heels as well. So I'm bringing my attention not just into the front of the foot, but into the back of the foot as well. And I'm balancing a connection there. Those of you who are upper burner people, there's a connection between the heart and the heels. So you might find it calming, those upper burner people, just to bring a little bit of attention into the heel and feel yourself balanced, standing nice and balanced. You want to try that? So concentrating first of all on kidney 1, the center of the foot. Got that feeling? Bring your attention back into the heel. See what sensation you get in your whole body when you do that. Okay, and then balancing it out front and back. So we kind of bounce between the heel and the front of the foot. Okay, very good. So now let's see whether we feel kind of like we're going up, ooh, or whether we feel really heavy and going down. Okay, the chances are if you're in the red zone, you're probably going to be feeling a bit like this. And if you're in the blue zone, the chances are you're going to feel a bit like this. Okay, and our aim is to get you nice and balanced between heaven and earth. Okay, so here we go. We're going to do this exercise. Okay, it's a Tai Chi opening exercise. We're going to use it to balance yin and yang. So here we go, breathing in and breathing out. Let's just get the external movement first. Okay, so now we're breathing into the dantian. Okay, breathing out. Okay, breathing into the dantian here. Okay, and as we breathe out, just the air comes out and we keep our attention, keep the energy from the breath into the lower dantian. Very good. Okay, so now let's get that yin really activated. And what we're going to do is we're going to get our energy here and we're going to send it down the legs as far as we can, deep into the earth on the exhalation. Okay, and we're going to feel heavy in our body. All right, got that? So let's try a few of those until we feel really solid on the earth. Okay, keep that head top floating up. Breathe in. Bring that chi or that breath down into the dantian. Keep it nice and slow. Breathe out. Send the chi strongly down your legs, down through the knees, through the ankles, and then deep into the center of the earth. Okay, let's keep building it. Breathing in. Bring that chi down into the dantian. Breathe out. Send it down the body. Send it down the legs. Right down into the earth. Very calming, isn't it? Okay, let's keep going. Breathe in. Send the chi down. Imagine it going right down into the center of the earth. Okay, breathing in. Very good. Okay, excellent. Let's just do one more. Breathing in. Bring that chi down into the lower hara and breathe it all. The dantian, send it down, down into the earth. Okay, try this test. Imagine that that root is going right down into the earth through the sole of your feet. Keep that awareness and now try and lift up one leg. Oh, I can just about lift the leg up. Okay, you get that? It's kind of like stuck down, and it's a martial arts technique, by the way, to make yourself immovable if you're attacked from any side. It's just what we need to keep ourselves calm and grounded. Okay, but there's another side to that, and that's the yang side. We want to keep that free and light, okay? Because we don't want to be too heavy, do we? We don't want to be too snapping around. No, we need a balance between yin and yang. So let's activate the yang, but keep it as open as we can. Okay, so now we're going to bring our attention to the head top. We're floating our head up with that imaginary string. And now look, everything is relaxed and it's just hanging down in a very loose, kind of light way. So now the breathing changes. We're still breathing the chi into here, okay? But breathing out and we're making a connection with the heavens and we're keeping it light. So here we go. Feet nice and firmly on the ground, suspended from above. Keep the connection with the earth, because that's the foundation, and that allows freedom in the upper body, breathing in and breathing out, floating up, feeling light in the body. Okay, now we can feel light because we've got a solid base, okay? We're not going, okay? We're going lightness, okay? And that's a really good state for the nervous system to be in. So let's keep working on that. Solid legs, connecting with the earth, okay? Breathing in. Lightness that's grounded down into the earth. Very nice. Very good feeling. Okay, breathing in. Breathing in. Breathing in. Breathing out. Keeping that light. Keep those shoulders open. Keep the shoulders relaxed. Breathe in. Keep the arms light, suspended. Keep that suspension. Breathe out. Very good. Okay, let's just do a few more. Okay, now that's a really good start to the day. Let's just do one more. Okay, so now check out how you're feeling. Nice and solid in the legs, feeling rooted down to the earth, but with a nice feeling of movement and lightness in the upper part of the body, okay? And that's a free yang feeling and a solid yin feeling, and that's just exactly what we need. Okay, so let's go through the burners, and what we're going to do is reinforce that by using the burners, okay? Now this burner here, the lower burner, is connected obviously very much with the yin of the body. It's the lowest burner. It's the center in a way, but we can definitely bring the chi into here and use it to connect down into the earth. So let's just rub our hands together and make sure that our lower burner's nicely activated. We've made a good start with the lower abdominal breathing, but let's just do a few moments of rotating here. And I'll just give you a close-up. What I'm doing is I'm placing my hand on the dantian, just below the navel, which is here, the center of the body energetically, and I'm moving my hands like this. I'm keeping them quite light, okay? And what I'm doing is I'm imagining chi going from here down into the back, okay? Or breath, whatever you want to call it, imagining that warmth coming in right through into the back. Okay, so now while we're doing this, let's make sure that the breathing is going down into the dantian. So we're going to relax the upper body, bring the breath down. Okay, now keep those hips relaxed. Keep your hips relaxed, your knees and your ankles relaxed. And you'll start to feel the chi connection between the dantian and the earth, okay, by opening up the legs there. Okay, got it? Very good. Okay, now just in the same way that the yin connection, the solidity of our connection allows us to be free in the upper body, this solid feeling in the lower dantian is essential for us to release the middle burner. And consistent with what's been happening in the last few weeks, the middle burner is really under stress at the moment because it contains the stomach and the liver. Both of those organs are related through the vagal nerve into a stress response. And from Chinese medicine point of view, they're related to kind of frustration, anxiety. They're very much red zone type of emotions. So it's not surprising that this area here is becoming affected by stress, and especially as it's been going on for a long time now. It's essential that we build this yin so that we can free up the middle burner and calm the upper burner. Okay, so how's it feeling? Not bad. How about a little bit of work on the back? If you can do this. If not, just keep doing this and think it through. All right, just activate the back. I'm doing this. Yeah, great. Okay. Excellent. Okay, so now we go into the all-important middle burner. Okay, now we can use some channels down the legs, but before we do that, let's do our twisting exercise. And we'll do it particularly connected with the yin today. So what we're going to do is we're going to keep the feet shoulder width apart. We're going to establish that connection with the earth. Let's get it really solid. In fact, I'm going to do just 3 breaths like this, just to get that back. We've got this energized. So let's do 3 breaths, breathing in. Okay, breathe out. Connect down into the earth. Okay, breathing in. Breathe out. Send your breath down through your hips. Keep those hips relaxed. Knees, ankles and feet. Very good. One more, nice and slow. Okay, got that solid feeling in the legs. Okay, now we're going to keep that solid feeling and we're going to just shake the upper body a little bit. Okay, front and back. I'm shaking like this. I'm trying to get this feeling a bit moved. I'm keeping this as solid as I can, shaking it a bit. Okay, I'm just twisting around, just see if you can get a sense of how this middle burner's moving. Okay, good. Right, so now we're shaking it a bit. We can start doing this twisting exercise. I'm keeping my legs really solid. And now let's put that yang free feeling in. So let's get that head floating up. And twist the spine. Keep those legs as solid as you can. And then just let the middle burner release. Okay, and we're going to emphasize the out breath here. As we breathe out, we're going to let this area completely open up. Very good. Keep those legs solid. Keep the hips relaxed, knees and feet relaxed. Very good. Okay, now we can look the way we're twisting as well. Okay, very good. Okay. Keep it going, just keep relaxing. Right, very good. So now let's work on the channels around that relate to the middle burner. I'm going to work them downwards initially because what we want to do is release this whole area down the legs. Okay, and we're going to start off with the stomach channel, which runs along either side of the abdomen. Okay, and it runs down the front outside of the legs. Okay, so if you put your hands flat on your legs, just turn them round so they're about 45 degrees if you look down. So not here, just there, just along that quadriceps muscle is the stomach channel. Okay. Now we're going to give that a nice bit of tapping. Almost like we're squeezing all the tension from here down the legs and out through the feet. Okay. So we want to give it a nice thorough bit of working. moving along down the outside of the legs here. Yeah, and then on stump 36, the 3-mile point, always good. And down, and then to make a circuit, we're going to come up the front inside of the legs. So again, if you just turn your hands like that, it's just on the inside front of the legs. Not right here, just here. Not on the flat, just here along the inside of the legs there. Okay, it's not essential that you get exactly the right place. It's a big area, and sort of as big as your fist really, so you can't really go wrong. Okay, and then we go down the outside front of the legs, squeezing down, squeezing that tension away from the middle burner, and up the inside. Okay, and then do it one more time? I think so. Let's go down again. One more time. Let's do it 3 times. Okay, and we're going to squeeze down and brush off the feet. Okay, so that's the stomach. Now, if you find that you're much freer here, it's probably because your main emotion is anxiety. And this is the way to calm that down by working the stomach channel. Now, if you're more frustrated than anything, that's assuming you've got middle burner issues, you're probably going to enjoy this bit more, which is the gallbladder and the liver channels, which is on the sides of the body. So they're literally on the outside and on the inside. Again, you can't really go wrong. Okay, this is where the liver and gallbladder channels run, and they run up through this facial planes all the way into here, into the middle burner. So what we do is we work down the sides of the body. Okay, let's keep those legs relaxed, keep them connected to the earth, keep that yin connection. Down the outside of the legs, and then up the inside. Down the outside. Up the inside. Okay, let's make sure we keep that connection with the earth all the time though, okay? So keep that connection down through the legs into the earth. Okay, very good. And then brushing off the outsides of the legs. Excellent. Okay, so now check in. Okay, keep those legs solid. Now just feel that middle burner now. Very good. Okay, much better. We're going to do something a bit different today. We're going to do some Anpuku therapy on ourselves, which is basically working the abdominal area. And you can do it lying down. If you want to lie down, you can do it. I'm just going to spend a few minutes working on the abdomen and especially the middle burner. Okay, I'm going to do it sitting up. I'm going to show you how we do this. I'm going to give you a close-up. This is my ribs here. Okay, here's my navel. Okay, if I open the camera up slightly so that I can get a really good view of my whole abdomen. That's good. Okay, so look, here we go. We've got this whole area here. There's my navel. Whereabouts is it? It's there. Here's my ribs. Okay, so what we can do is we can work in a clockwise direction. So let's just start off by rubbing around in a clockwise direction. I'm going to do a really basic Anpuku abdominal diagnosis, abdominal treatment routine. Very simple. And it's something we can build on as well in future weeks. Okay, so what we're going to do is we're going to just literally press in here with both hands, with 2 hands. We're going to put one hand over the other, my fingertips here. Okay. And we're going to gently press in, and we're going to work clockwise all the way around and come back to here. Okay, so you can do this lying down as well if you want a bit more comfort. You can lie down and press down with gravity. But I'm going to do it standing up. It's fine to do it that way as well. And what we're doing is we're just using the hands to feel if there's any tension anywhere around the circuit around the abdomen. Okay, And if you find any areas of tension, just gently press in and release it with the fingertips. I've got this hand working, and I've got this one just giving it a little bit more pressure there. Okay, so let's work nice and slowly and methodically around the abdomen. And we're tracing the large bowel all the way around. We're also relaxing the stomach in this area here. Okay, you with me? So we're going down the ribs. You can feel the ribs here. And when you get down to here, you'll probably feel the floating ribs. That means you've come to the end of the area of the abdomen. So we've done this whole area here. Just going to smooth it around a bit. And then we're going to come down. This is the descending colon. We're just going to just gently press in, no forcing or anything, just gently pressing in and relaxing. And what we're doing is tuning internally, seeing if we can feel those internal organs internally and just relax them. Give them a bit of love here. Okay, we need to love our internal organs because they're sending messages right up to our brain through the vagal nerve all the time. And so if we get them nice and calm, then it's going to make a big difference. Okay, so we come around here. This is where the bladder is, right here. Okay, again, we're just going to calm that area down using our fingertips. Okay, and then we come up this way. I'm going to come up this way. So this is actually the ascending colon. Again, we're just going to give that a nice touch there. What happens to your food, by the way, is it comes down here, it comes into the stomach, it goes into the small intestine, which we'll do some work with in a minute, and then it comes out and goes round up the ascending colon and then down this way. So what we're going to do is just give this area a bit of attention. Nice and slowly, just pressing in, feeling what that's like internally. Okay, there's my hip there, just for a reference. Gentle pressure all the way around. This is excellent for the middle burner. Okay, and it's the sort of thing you can do at home. If you start getting a bit stressed, you can just take 5 minutes out, work around the whole abdomen, around this big area here. And then in a minute, what we're going to do is go into the center. So where were we? We're around about here, weren't we? We're going to go up. Okay, and this is where the liver and the gallbladder are. So we want to make sure that we definitely press in here. I'm pressing in like this. This hand's going over the top. Just gently pressing in, releasing any tension that you can feel around there. Ooh, there's a bit there that's a bit tense on me, so I'm just going to hold that, relax, breathe into it. That's it. If it's a little bit uncomfortable, just hold gentle pressure, breathe into the area. Just keep working it nice and patiently until you feel that discomfort kind of dissolve. Okay, very good. Let's just give it a rub just to connect it all up again. Okay, now how does that feel? If you tune in now to your insides, doesn't that feel good? Really kind of relaxed and kind of energized at the same time. This bit feels a bit missing though, doesn't it? Around the navel. So let's just work a small circle here. This is over the small intestine organ. And it's the spleen diagnostic area, or the spleen area in Chinese medicine, which is similar function. It's to do with assimilating food. Okay, we're just going to press, we're going to do a small circle here, pressing in around the navel. There's my navel there. I'm just going to move around it. So it's like an inner circle. We've got this outer circle and we've got this inner circle here. Okay, just make sure we get it, everything. Start at the top. That's it. Slowly moving around, gently pressing in. If you're lying on your back, this is quite a little bit easier because you've got the weight of gravity on your hands to help you. Okay, so now I'm more or less where the dantian is, just below the navel. My navel's there. And I'm coming round the clock, back up to the top. Okay, very good. Okay, so now it's time to check in with our lower burner and see how that feels after our little Ampuka session there. Okay, it's a massive art. There's loads more stuff you can do. There's points and all kinds of things. But that's a real basic routine just to relax all the internal organs. So let's check back in. We're going to stand. Connect with the earth through our feet. Okay, and just to check, let's just turn our body. Okay, can you feel that? More space, a lot more space. Just by relaxing all the viscera around the organs, that's going to really help the middle burner. Okay, superb. Excellent work. Okay, so we've connected with the earth. We've freed up our yang, so it's nice and light in the upper body. We've energized our dantian and our lower burner, connected it with the earth. And now we've freed up the middle burner by working all the digestive organs. And we've done some Ampuka therapy and some twisting, and we've worked the channels. Great job, okay? So now we've come to the upper burner. Now the upper burner is essential for sleep because the heartbeat needs to be regulated in sleep, so you're not kind of like agitated in the night and your heartbeat goes up and stuff. You want to keep that nice and calm, and the way that we do that is by basically increasing the yin of the yin and the blood of the heart, basically. And there's points for that, which I will show you in a moment. But let's work the channels first of all. The heart channel runs down into the little finger, and we're going to focus very much on that today rather than the lungs and the pericardium, because these points here are essential for regulating the sleep. Okay, so let's do it. Let's first of all just do some easy breathing exercises just to open up the pericardium and the heart channels, and then we'll do some more specific work on the heart and the points. Okay, so breathing in. Now when we breathe in here, we want to keep that connection with the earth, keep that connection down with the yin of the earth. Okay, breathe in, breathe out. We're opening and calming the upper burner, but we're keeping that connection with the earth all the time. That's really essential with this because we want the yin quality of the earth to kind of infuse into the upper burner. Breathe in, breathe out. This is pericardium channel. Connect with the earth. Connect with the earth. That's it. Very good. Breathing in and breathing out. Okay, so now we come to the heart channel. The heart channel is one of the deepest channels in the body. It actually goes right into the heart, comes out in the armpit and goes down to the little finger. So we've done this exercise before. This is a good way of opening the heart, but let's make sure we keep that connection with the earth. Solid legs, open up kidney 1, prayer position, breathing in. Okay, breathe out, open up your armpits. Press your fingertips back towards the wall behind you, but the main thing is to keep those legs solid. Keep them solid. Okay, and then come out the stretch. All right, let's do it again. Keeping kidney 1 open, prayer position, breathing in. Okay, open those armpits, connect the little finger here, breathe out, slowly connect with the earth. Breathe in and breathe out. Okay, one more time. Keep those legs solid. Okay, nice and relaxed, solid on the earth. Breathe in and breathe out. Okay, excellent. Okay, so now let's work on the heart channel. Now it's a very delicate channel, so we're going to tap it very slightly and we're going to work it down the arm here. We're going to energize the channel in a very gentle way. And while we're doing it, we're keeping that connection with the earth. That's it. Very lightly down, it comes down into here, and then we turn our hands round and we go up this small intestine channel, which runs up to the outside of the arm. Okay, and we're going to do that 3 times. The emphasis, though, is keeping that connection with the yin. So look, open up the armpit, connect with the earth, and just open up the channel a little bit by tapping. And then we go this way. Okay, and then brushing off. Okay, and stay on the other side. Gently tapping, keep those legs solid. Keep the breathing down to the dantian. Just enough to open the channel up, and then we can try some points. Okay, so I'm going down into the little finger here, just to be close up down into the little finger, and then round this way and up the small intestine channel. Okay, let's do that 3 times. I'm going to brush off. Okay, so let's see what's happened now. Connecting with the earth again. Get that tingly feeling down into the little finger. That's the one, okay? That's the heart channel. You can feel opening up here and going through to here, into there. Okay, so now let's do some points. I'm going to show you heart 7, which is a really, really important acupuncture point. It's on the wrist, and it's just on the inside of the wrist here. It's on the wrist crease. So if I put my hand there, you can see it pretty clearly, right? On the wrist crease, and it's just here. Now, what I usually recommend is that if you hold your hand like this and place your thumb on heart 7, can you see what I'm doing? Yeah, like that. So in other words, I kind of get my hand around here, my thumb is on heart 7, and I'm holding, gently holding my whole wrist like that. Okay, or you can hold it like this. But the good thing about doing it like this is you can create a circuit of energy around this area here. And this is extremely good for increasing the quality of your sleep. It's the kind of thing you can do if you did some of these exercises, these yin tonifying exercises, before bed, nice and slowly, emphasizing the exhalation, getting that connection with the earth. And then what we can do is we can hold heart 7. Again, if you're lying on your back, it's an excellent one because you can rest your arms on your chest or on your abdomen. Okay, but let's just try to see if we can activate the point. Place your thumb on heart 7 like that. Okay, like this. Okay. Connect with the earth. Gently press the point. And now if you close your eyes and concentrate on imagining a circuit through the center of your chest, through your heart, down the channel, you can feel that tingling because of the dowing we've done. And you imagine it creating a circuit of energy all the way into the channel. Okay, and we can do it with the breathing. So we're breathing into the chest area this time, breathing in. Okay, and now I'm breathing out and I'm imagining chi going down my right arm, into my thumb, into that channel, into the point, heart 7, and then up this arm and back into the chest. So we're creating a circuit of energy through the chest. Let's just do that a few times, keeping our eyes closed, breathing in. Okay, bring that breath into the heart area, breathe out, imagine it going down the arm, into your thumb, through the point and up the arm the other way. Okay, just imagine it like a circuit of light through your upper body. Keep those legs solid though, because you want that connection with the yin all the time. Let's just do it a couple more times, breathing in. Bringing the breath relaxed into the upper burner. Slow exhalation. Bring your attention into your thumb and then through that point and back into the chest. It's a very nice feeling, isn't it? Okay. Again, breathing in. Breathe out. Imagine the breath going down our arm into heart 7, the point, and then round. Keep that connection with the earth. Very good. So now we can swap round and do the other hand. So I'm placing my thumb on the heart 7 of the other arm, is what I mean. Okay, and we're just going to send the breath around the other way and create another circuit. So feet on the floor, again, keep those hips relaxed, keep the knees relaxed, keep the ankles relaxed, keep the connection with heart 7 there, okay? And then breathe in. And breathe out. Okay, breathing into your chest area. So now I'm breathing out, sending energy down this arm now, into the thumb and then through. So I'm going kind of giving self-Shiatsu, self-Qigong healing to heart 7. You got it? So you breathe in. Send the energy round into your thumb and then round back up into the center of the chest again. Very nice. Keep those feet on the ground. Keep that kidney 1 open. Breathing in. Very calming, isn't it? One more. Wow, it's almost like it's kind of glowing up the channel there. And that's activating heart 7. It calms the mind and it tonifies the heart blood. And it's really, really important point. Okay, good. So we've just got a little bit more time left to make sure we clear the yang channels. But let's just check in one more time to the heaven and earth connection and see how we're feeling about that. Let's just do 3 breaths. We're connecting again with the earth, relaxing the legs. Okay. Let's do breathing in. Okay. Breathe out. Connect with the earth. Can you feel that nice connection with the upper burner and the earth as we do this? So tune into here, breathe in. Breathe out. As you breathe out, feel a connection all the way down into the earth. Okay, breathe in. Got a calm feeling down the whole center of your body. And the reason for that is because we've tonified here. Done a lot of work releasing this area which blocks this connection, and then once this is removed, if we tonify this yin or this calming area in the upper burner, and what will happen through this point, what happens is you get this core feeling of calmness down the center of your body that connects with the earth. So now what we need to do is float our head up, get that light feeling in our upper body, keep it solid in the lower body, and float up as we breathe in and breathe out and float. Okay, breathing in, float. Okay, excellent work. Okay, really good. So let's just finish off by doing 5 minutes on the yang channels of the head. Remember last week we did this beautiful session with Kat, so let's do some of that. Having our hands together, okay. Placing our hands over the eyes and just relaxing our eyes. Again, some nice easy breaths. Okay, and then we're going to palm around the sides of the head. This is the gallbladder channel. Runs down all the way down the sides of the body through the shoulders and into the legs. We did the other part of it earlier on, didn't we? Okay. So I'm pressing the whole side of the head. And I'm squeezing down the neck. Okay, the front of the head. So if you press around the front, forehead, and then we press along here, on the top of the head. This is the bladder channel. It runs all the way down to the feet. Very important connection with the nervous system. So we're just going to press down there. Okay, so we've got gallbladder, bladder, and then on the front of the body, we've got the stomach channel. So we can release that by working around the jaw. Okay, you got it. So we've got basically three, it's quite simple really. We've got three yang channels. We've got the sides, the gallbladder, the back, the bladder, and the front is the stomach, the basic planes of the body here. And when we work the neck, we can work systematically on those channels. So what we're going to do first of all is work the bladder channel. So this comes down here and it goes right into here. There's a point called bladder 10 that's used for all kinds of things, including the eyes and the back. Okay. And if you just feel around here, move slightly out along this ridge of muscle here and press in here, sometimes you can feel it all the way down into the sacrum. And that's bladder 10. It's a very powerful point for releasing the neck. And we can work down using self Shiatsu, either using the thumbs, or I like to use my heels on my hands like this. And we are breathing out, releasing the neck. And then if we move slightly out into this hollow here, you'll find there's a hollow just here outside the bladder channel. That's gallbladder channel. That links with the eyes, and it's a really good place to work right in here. Again, you can press with your fingertips, but I like to put my heels, my hands right in that hollow there and squeeze down. Okay, very good. And then if we come around to the front of the neck, so we've done the back sides essentially, and then the front of the neck, this is the SCM muscle. That's this muscle here, this big one here. If I can turn my head in a certain way. I might be able to show you. If you lie on your back and you lift your head up, you can feel it there. It's just this big muscle here. I'm sure you can feel it. And so if you press along the front of that here, okay, that's the stomach channel. So that's the front of the body. So we're basically draining any tension out of the head. It just leaves us a few minutes to extend those yang channels down the body. Good idea just to clear the head. And we can do that by tapping the shoulders. Working down the arms. Okay, and then down the back of the back. Down to sacrum, down the back of the legs. This is the bladder channel all the way down. Okay, so that's just to clear any yang energy from the head. We'll give it a nice vigorous brushing. Okay, very, very good. So now I'm just going to shake out a bit. Just want you to take your mind back to an hour ago and how you felt an hour ago in terms of which zone you were in, how your burners felt, and how you felt generally in your whole body, in your whole body energy. And just take a moment now just to tune in again and see how you're feeling now. We've done a lot of work today on tonifying the yin connection. The reason for that is because long-term stress tends to cause overactivation of the nervous system. So we're kind of always ready to do against threats, okay? And to keep us in that green zone, to keep our quality of life high, to be able to enjoy life as much as is possible, and to be, most important, to be in the moment, we need to have that yin quality tonified. And a lot of what we did today was that. So let's just review. We want to keep the legs really solid. Imagine a connection right down into the earth. Keep your breathing in the dantian. If you feel any discomfort or tension in this area here, it's a good idea to work it yourself using Ampuka therapy, twist the area, okay, and try and free this area up as much as you can. We also worked on the yin of the heart area, because what can happen is if this gets obstructed, this gets weak, and we lose our connection with the earth, this area can get over-activated, which that means we can't sleep properly, okay? We need to have that yin energy all the way through into the upper burner in order to give us a nice rest. Not just sleep, but also the ability to just rest and to be calm, okay? So let's just finish up by doing this exercise again and just check out how you're feeling internally as we do it. So keeping the feet nice and solid on the ground, head floating up, okay? Breathe in and connect with the earth through your legs. Breathe out, send that chi all the way down your legs. Keep those hips relaxed. Send the chi really strongly down into the earth. That means use your intention, your imagination, breathing in. Imagine a big solid root from the dantian all the way down into the earth. Again, breathing in. Get that root really solid. Get it so that you feel you can't move your legs. Let's do one more. Very good. Now, once we've got that solid all the way up, we can relax the yang of the body and be nice and free and light. So let's do a few breaths breathing in, keeping that suspension of the head top. Okay, keeping it all open. Breathing in. Breathing in. Okay, and now let's just combine it. Keep that solid feeling in the legs and a free feeling in the upper body. Solid in the legs. Connect with the earth. And freedom in the upper body. One more. Okay, excellent work. Really good. Okay, and we'll continue to do these classes every week. We're changing them and adapting them for you as your stresses and conditions change. But let's see if we can get a better quality of sleep for the next week and a stronger feeling of yin in our bodies. Okay, so these are all completely free. If you can donate, we really appreciate it because it helps us keep the building open and keep the platforms open. Okay, thank you very much to Shakura on the chat. And let's just find out how we did this week. Let's see. How do you feel now? More balanced, about the same, or less balanced? Let's just check in to make sure you're okay after today's session. One thing I would say is when you start doing the Ampuka therapy, sometimes you can release emotions and can get you, feeling a bit out of balance to start with. But look at that, it's pretty good. The one person feels about the same. I'd encourage you to keep practicing for the rest of the week. And we'll see you next Wednesday for the Wednesday class from the Shiatsu Center. Thank you very much, Shakura, for checking on the chat. See you later.